want to say that I knew what I was getting myself into. That I knew exactly what kind of job this was going to be and what kind of things it was going to have me do. Truth is, for the first 6 months, I didn't realize that being a detective meant that you had to have a license. But I've been out of prison for 2 years now. And if there's one thing I can be sure of, it's that at least I won't be arrested on the job. This time around, I was arrested in a whole other kind of way. Arrested by the taste of a cheap bottle of liquor and the scent of a cigarette long past its prime. Some people hit rock bottom, but I was hitting rock shandy. I was 13 bottles in before I realized it contained no alcohol whatsoever. And after 13 trips to the bathroom, I needed a miracle to get me back on my feet. That's when she decided to knock. Who goes there?
Is this the detective agency?
It ought to be.
Frank Finger's detective agency.
It used to be.
Are you Frank Finger?
I try to be.
Well, if you do happen to succeed in being him, I have a very sensitive case I wish to bring to your attention, Mr. Finger.
My sensitive days are over.
Come again?
Sensitivity never got a man anywhere.
I beg to differ.
Sensitivity is for women and effeminate little boys. And if there's one thing I absolutely am not, it's little.
I can be the judge of that.
I can use that bathroom all by myself, so don't go calling me a little boy.
Mr. Finger,
13 times.
if you just open the door for me, Mr. Finger, I'm sure you'll find nothing little about the case I have for you.
It isn't locked. The man who locks his door is like a zebra without stripes. A mutant.
Right. Well, if you won't open the door for a lady, I guess a lady will have to take matters into her own hands. I'm coming in.
All right, then. I don't know what you think it is going to get the attention of this old... If I happen to utter any more words in that sentence, then I can't remember a single syllable. Anything I had to say was rendered utterly irrelevant by the high-heeled creme de la creme that had just stepped into the flaky office that was my life. Of all the detective agencies and all the strip malls in all the world, she walked right into mine. Her hair was like spaghetti on a windy day. Her lips were as red as the lipstick she put on over. Even the way she moved was mesmerizing, like a kitten doing a striptease. If these walls would talk, they'd be calling her sexy.
May I take a seat, Mr. Finger?
Anything you want, sweetheart.
Mr. Finger!
Yeah?
May I take a seat?
Oh, of course. Where are my manners? Now then, to what do I owe this beautiful pleasure?
Well, like I said...
Want a cigarette?
No, thank you.
Here, let me light it for you.
Yes?
It sure will.
Right. Well, like I said, I have a case of extreme delicacy I wish to discuss with you.
And who might I be discussing it with?
My name is Nixon. Velvet Nixon.
Nixon, huh? Looks like I'll have to start learning a little French.
I'm an American, Mr. Finger. I come from a family of great political notoriety, though I'm sure I needn't say any more on that.
Well, Barack's good looks do run in the family.
Tell me, Mr. Finger, what do you know about Fungi the dolphin?
I know he's a man who likes to get his nose wet.
And?
And I know he's dead.
Is that it?
I never did place much value in the newspapers. It always was a sore spot for my editor.
Well, Fungi was assassinated. A lone gunman fired 3 bullets from a grassy silage heap. The first passed through his dorsal fin, injured a local Garda chief on the boat behind him. Second entered above his jaw, bounced around inside of his stomach with lots of pinging sounds, and spurted out of his blowhole like a Tex Avery cartoon.
Sounds hilarious.
Yes, it was. And the third blew his head off. Sprayed an ocean of brains onto a boat full of watching children.
Except what?
Except I don't believe the gunman was acting alone. The official investigation concluded that he was a failed marine biologist out for revenge. But I believe he was working working for someone powerful, someone who would benefit from Fungy's death.
And who might that be?
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm here.
Well, I don't know why you expected me to know the answer.
I don't, Mr. Finger. I expect you to find out.
And what makes your beautiful woman brain so sure this has the fingerprints of a conspiracy?
This photo was taken from Mr. Fungy's classified autopsy report. Now, at first glance, it appears to be nothing more than the gory red stump where his head used to be. But look closer. The bullet lodged in the shredded remains of his neck. It is marked with an insignia.
Caspar David Friedrich's Wanderer above a sea of fog.
Precisely.
How the hell did they fit that on there?
A small paintbrush, Mr. Finger. If you know your German Romanticism, you'll know that that painting is considered a masterpiece of intellectual philosophy and art.
You think the German Romantics put a hit on old Funky Boy?
I don't know. What I do know is that this painting on the bullet shows that Danny Healy Oswald, the lone gunman, could not have been acting alone.
How come?
He failed art in his leaving certificate. Turn the page and have a look. That's a Facebook post the gunman made back in the spring of 2014.
Art is gay. I'm not drawing some lino shit like a fucking puff. Cogsy has cans down in his free gaff for McGregor versus Doherty on Saturday. Paint my sack for all I care. I'm not missing this absolute legendary bout. Seems like a crude expression for a romantic.
Precisely. Whoever wanted Fungy dead, Mr. Healy Oswald was simply the finger that pulled the trigger.
So, you're telling me some dolphin-hating art collector pulled a John Wilkes Booth and committed fungicide?
That's what I want you to find out.
Well, lucky for you, sweetheart. I've taken the case already.
You have.
Sure as punch.
And you don't want to hear about payment or anything like that.
Beautiful woman like you. I took the case before you even opened your mouth.
That's not especially reassuring.
I like to keep the element of surprise.
Right. Well, if you do happen to find anything, you can contact me on this telephone number. But be discreet. No one knows the information I have just divulged with you. And I fear there may be powerful forces attempting to prevent this from ever getting out.
A knockout woman giving me a direct line to her telephone. I'll have to remind myself to stay professional.
Just one more thing, Mr. Finger.
Hit me.
I'm never going to sleep with you. Ever. There's not a single reality in which that is ever going to happen. Ever. Do you understand?
I'm starting to get a picture.
It's a large, very detailed picture of you alone never having sex with me under any earthly circumstances. Do you see it now?
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Finger. I expect your findings as soon as you have gathered them.
How did you get access to a classified autopsy report?
Like I said, Mr. Finger, I come from a family of great political notoriety.
Well, what's your interest in all this? Who was this fungy guy to you anyway?
He was more than just a guy to me, Mr. Finger. He was my husband.
And there departed the woman who took my heart, tossed it around, and handed it back with a sorry note. In 10 minutes or less, I went from Love Lorn to Struck and back again. In a town like this, it was practically Shakespeare. But I had a case on my desk, and at least 2 prostitutes in my phone book. Detective Frank Finger was back on the up and up. Murder, conspiracy, and abroad with some genes in the politics pool. Fungy the Dolphin was going to find Flippery Justice, even if it took me all of the calendar month. My only regret was forgetting to ask for any money.